Edgar TV. Darts flights. They literally come in all different shapes and sizes. But what is the purpose of them? What do they do? What would suit you best? Well, the thing with dart flights is they change the angle of, first of all, the landing of the dart along with the stem, but they also change the speed in which that travels through the air. So I'll show you in a moment a couple of photos that will help you understand a little bit of basic background knowledge behind flights before we get into this video. But what I've got is I've just bought a massive range of flights, some novelty flights, some standard sort of flights. We're going to try them out. I'm going to have a couple of throws with them. I'm going to tell you what I personally think of them, and then you can maybe try some yourself. So the first thing we'll do is give you a little bit of background knowledge into the flight. So first of all, the smaller the flight, like a slim or a kite for example, will help the dart travel through the air faster due to the smaller surface space, less drag. The bigger the flight, the slower it's going to go through the air. Now, if like me, you like it to land flat, obviously slims is the way forward because, as it says here, helps keep the tail of the dart down, like with most small and slim flights. So we're going to start off with my darts, the Edgar TV 21 grams, they'll be out very soon, and I'm using a slim retina. This is because I like my darts to land quite flat or with a tiny bit of a lift, like this. I thought I was going to fire in something good to start with there, but okay, so you can see how the darts land. I like them to land so I can build up. Probably should have had a bit of practice before this, but that's okay, it's not too bad. Do 3 more for you. Okay, so you can see how I like them to land. There's a slight lift or they're flat. So keeping this image in mind, let's see how the different flights have changed the dart. Standard retina, so this is a standard sort of flight. Thick, skinned, slightly large, normal sort of size. Okay, so these are the same thickness as my normal retinas. Okay, not bad, it's going through the air quite stable. The angle's not too bad actually, despite the flight being a lot bigger. And we've hit a ton. Ignore the board rocking, guys. It's on the travel board, so. Oh. See, because they go through the air a bit slower, this is why I struggle with the bigger darts. They just drop sometimes. The bigger flights, should I say, the bigger darts. That's not too bad though, nice and straight. So, if the bigger dart slows them down in the air, take a look at these. Mini standard, and this thing is tiny. It's got the thickness and the durability, but it's small compared to the size of the standard. It's a mini standard, guys. Does what it says on the tin. So these are a bit of a novelty one, mini standards. Look, they look so strange on the darts. I've never thrown with these before, so this could be anything. Let's have a look. Makes the dart feel a bit bigger, actually. Hello. Hello. Look at the angle of those, they're lovely. Nice flat angle of entry there. Let's have another go. Ooh. Do you know what I could throw with them? I genuinely could throw with those. Ooh. I could throw with them, I genuinely could. To me, I want another go. I know I said 9 darts per set, but I'm having another one. That's not bad, it's not bad. I could throw with those. They work quite well. Fin flight, bit of a novelty one from Unicorn. It's a little bit softer, so it's not as rigid as some flights, but it's got like chop bits out of it. It's called a fin, guys. So fins, looks quite nice actually. Looks quite smart. It's like it's wearing a crown, don't it? Let's have a see how they fly though. Okay. So they actually go very straight. Nice angle of entry for me. I would say they fly a little bit like a standard, but faster. So they've got the stability of a standard, but they go quick. Not as quick as a slim, but they're certainly an interesting flight. Ooh. They're quite big though. So like that first start there, going underneath, didn't really suit me because it blocks a lot of the travel on another go. No. Yeah. Yeah, they've got the stability of a standard. They go a little bit faster, but they're not quite fast enough for me and my throw. But yeah, I'd have a go with these ones, guys, if I was you. They're not bad. This thing, you see my finger's gone in the top. It's like a standard, so it's big and bulky, but it looks like Pac-Man's took a bite out the top of it. It's made by Harrows, I can see down the side. I can't remember what it's called, guys, but this one. Now these are similar to the fins, but they're much more aggressive. They've got like a spiky point on the top. It's like a standard, but with bits chopped out. So let's have a look. See how these go. Ooh. They just don't, I can't, it feels like I can't throw them right because, let's have another go. It's changing how I throw that is actually. That's a bit better, but they catch the air the second they come out of my hand. So literally, the second they leave, they sort of feel like they're dropping straight away. They're just a bit too big and bulky, I think, for me personally. But I'm hitting some tons with them actually. That's not too bad. Let's have another go. I said 9 darts. This has turned into 12, hasn't it? With most of these. Oh, now that's awkward. Don't know if it comes on the camera as well, but that has blocked a lot of. I'm going to go for it anyway. No. I shouldn't have bothered. I couldn't see anything there. So, right. What's next? A pair, again by Retina. This is the same thickness of flight as my normal standards, the normal slims that I throw, but with rounded edges rather than straight. Okay, so these are Retinas again, but these are just a standard pair. And if you looked at the photo earlier, we've learnt about pairs already and the effects they have. See how it translates. Whoa! I tell you what. After throwing with the big ones, with the big chunky flights, going to these, they whistle through the air. Ooh, kicked off a bit there. Yeah, they do whistle through. They're more suited to me actually though, because I like a fast travelling dart, which is why I use the slims. But so they're a bit more suited to me. But yeah. A little bit of a kick, but that's not always a terrible thing. But the general theme is the smaller the flight, the faster they're whistling through the air. That's for sure. Kites. It's bulky in the middle, thin at the top, thin at the bottom. It's not quite a pair, and it's not quite a slim. Sort of an in-between sort of flight. I believe these are meant to whistle through the air quite fast as well, so let's have a little experiment throw. Oh yeah. Tell you what, they go through the air quite quick, but they also, I know you can't see the trajectory between me and here, but they sort of catch in the air and they sort of stabilise a little bit. Yeah, that's interesting. Not bad, I'll have another go. So I throw them, they go through the air quick, but there's like stabilise a little bit in the air. I think if anyone's tried slims and doesn't get on with slims, these could be the flight for you. These could be the flight for you if you can't throw slims but you want the dart to travel a bit quicker. In fact, I wouldn't mind having a little practice with these myself, because not only do they go through the air the sort of speed that I want them to, they actually stabilise a little bit more in the air. A bit more stability to the dart. Look at this. When you know, guys. Let's have another go. Let's have another go. I think there's a maximum coming soon. Oh, that would have been special, wouldn't it? Ah, right. Well, I think that's it, isn't it? That's all the ones I've got to try. Cool. That's one set of every. Oh no, we've got them ones. No, we've used them. We've used them. That's one set of everything I've got, guys. What I'll do, I'll pick my top 3. I'll put links to them in the description below. These are going in. These kites. If you like a faster dart and you don't quite get on with a standard or a slim, this seems like a good medium between the two. These will be in the description. I'll also put in. Have a look in the description below. I'll put my top 3 flights in there, guys. Have a look at those. Check those out, and we'll see you in a video in the very near future. Edgar TV.